Hello, I'm Pastor Joe, and I want to welcome you to Impacts. Impacts is a video teaching series where I try to help you in your walk of faith. I try to help nurture your faith in, your commitment to, and your relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not going to subject you to my guitar playing, and you can thank me for that a little bit later. But I do want to think about the guitar and instruments and chords and tunings because I think there's some lessons there that can help us as Christians in our walk with Christ. So let's take a look at that. Let's get started. Now, I'm really not much of a guitar player. I know a few chords, I can put them together, and I can get through some songs. But I want us to look at the idea of playing a guitar. You see, a chord is a series of single notes that are played at the same time, and they create a harmony. They work together to make a pleasing sound. Individual notes working together for a common goal. Now, when you hear the chord, it has a pleasing sound. You can hear how there's harmony and it works together. Now, if I untune one of the strings, it doesn't sound so good. It's just, they're not working together. They're not tuned to the same pitch. Now, I could retune this guitar to this string that I retuned, and then they would all be together and it would play well. But if I was playing with someone else, we would not be in tune together. In the musical world, when you start tuning an instrument, a guitar, a piano, or anything, there is a standard pitch. It's called A440. And that's a note that sounds at the frequency of 440 hertz, I believe it is. But A440 is a standard. And so what you do is you would tune to that standard, and then all the notes are based off of that. And so I tune my guitar to that standard, and if I play with somebody else tuned to that, then we can play together. It's all tuned to the same pitch. So A440 is a pitch standard so that we know how to adjust everything and everything else falls into place. It strikes me that as Christians, we have a lot of competing voices in our lives. There's the media, there's family, there's friends, there's society in general. There are the thoughts that come through our own minds. How do we sort through those? How do we know what is right and what is wrong? Well, I think the standard by which we need to base our lives is found here in the Bible. This is God's Word for us. And from Genesis to Revelation, there is story after story, account after account of faithful people and God, how God is working in their lives, how God is calling them and leading them. We hear how God puts goals out and purposes out for us. What is He calling us to do? What are His expectations? When we read in the Bible and we study it, it really does become the standard by which we operate in life. All of our relationships are formed by this or shaped by it. Our decision making, our values, and all of that. So just as A440 is the standard pitch when you're tuning an instrument, the Bible for us is the standard for our lives. So here's my challenge to you. I want you to get a Bible. If you've got one, pick it up, knock the dust off of it, and open it up. If you don't have one, go buy one. You can get them at various price ranges. You can pick them up for not too much. You can go online and you can find free versions, or you can get apps for your phone. I don't care. I've got them in all. I've got electronic versions, computer, phone, tablet, print. They're all the same. It's God's Word. That's what we're after. So find you a Bible, open it, and start reading. Now, I wouldn't start in Genesis. I would probably start in the Gospels, the stories of Jesus, and read it. And don't read it just for information. Read it for transformation. Read it and allow God to speak to you and to change your life. The more time you spend in it, the more it's going to change your life. The more time you spend with this as your standard, the more your life is going to come in tune with God. Well, look, I want to thank you for joining me this week for this Impact video. I hope that you will join me next week for the next installment of Impacts. I encourage you to share it with your friends and neighbors so that they can be strengthened in their walk with Christ. If you haven't already, please sign up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will get notified with every new video that I post. Until we get together next week, I pray that God's blessings will be with you.